Okay, guys, we are here at Malinovka, and unquestionably, this is my favorite map almost from day one. I love this map, and there is no doubt I've had more fun on this map than any other. But uh, more often than I'd like to admit, uh, ridiculous things happen on this map that make your head explode. And we have one of them right here. At the very start of this battle, a T-71 on our team raced into where you can see that T-54, and the T-54 had raced there too, and he went in there alone, and he's dead already. And this happened before I could help him, before KZ Bay, even knew what was happening, and before these T-28 prots even knew what was happening. It was a premature move, and in a pub where you're not in efficient communication with people, doing something that crazy at the start, that might lose us the battle right there. Now, this is a battle with no tier 10s, and that is a tier 9 medium tank, very formidable. He's got an Oni backing him up at their base, and as you all know, there might be another vehicle there, or maybe two vehicles that also are able to shoot where that T-54 is. So it's, I would say, impossible at this stage for me or KZ Bay or these T-28 prots to do anything about his presence there. Uh, it's incredibly risky, and against such a formidable opponent, our chances are not good. Now, I have to say that he's been there already for about 35 or 40 seconds. He raced there. He knows the map. He knows what he can do there. The T-28 prots, they've got to have a switch in their head, especially on this map, that they're either going to take him out there or they're going to run away. In my opinion, they cannot stay here. And it's a bad decision, and it's made even more tragic because what they may not know is that I have racked up more spotting damage than they would even believe from just past the cap circle there. It's a reverse slope. It's very large. You can drive back and forth. You can change your position. You can appear to the enemy in multiple places, throw off their fire. It's totally awesome. I have had an incredible run of success, like I say, just below the horizon there past our cap. And because of the disaster of the T-71, you will see that KZ Bay is already turning around to get further away from that T-54 and to shoot from cover. And, scouting, it's very difficult on flat, level ground to spot for people. You need a reverse slope to be effective and survivable. So I'm going to hit the space bar here, and we will see, this fiasco as it unfolds. And I'll go at twice normal speed here. So the T-28 prots are frozen, and I can't help them. It's too dangerous. Some people might accuse me of not understanding the situation or of cowardice, but I've seen it too many times. I know the odds, and they're not good. And you will see that the one T-28 prot went in there, and his buddy, his platoon mate, just sat behind the rock. I mean, that's madness. Now, another thing that happens on this map that is very frustrating is this position I call the notch. And you know that there's two notches. There's a notch over there, and there's a notch here. And medium tanks and light tanks will push forward there and spot for their team. Now, it's fair because both sides have a notch. Although, in my opinion, this one is better than that one. I think it has a slight margin of advantage. So let's just watch this developing here. KZ Bay has retreated to a better spot. And the second T-28 prot is, that is an unwinnable situation there with the T-54. There, he's gone. Now, I'm going to spot here. And then check the notch again. There's the T-37 still spotting there. Now, up on the hill, the two members of Villain there, they were being lambasted unmercifully by an M103 from Havoc on the enemy team, whose comments were childish and embarrassing, and that's all I'll say about that. And I have to congratulate the two guys from Villain for not saying a word in reply to this. What's the word? Doofus. Anyways, so I'd like you guys to tell me what to do here. I did make up my mind about something, and we'll see that in a minute. My feeling was we have to get rid of the fast-moving vehicles, and there is the possibility of capping. And I've done this many, many times. You know, even two guys, if they, you know, bite the bullet and pursue a concerted plan, this sort of thing will work. So I'm going to advance the battle at normal speed now. So there, he fired at me, and I'm getting mad at, you know, at the unfolding catastrophe here. So I want to get rid of the fast movers. So this guy disappears first. There's a risk here because he could have a vehicle shooting at me back there, but got to get rid of him as quickly as I can and then get the bleep out of there. Okay, the next potential target here is the T-54, who has left the position, his first position, and in my opinion, unless he has significant support here, Caracalla 1-3 in his T-54, I don't think that's such a great position. You know, unless he's got backers that can protect him. And, you know, we've got 3 Arties, and I think you might be able to guess what is going to happen to this guy. There, he's been taken out by Artie. Now, the next fast mover and the only remaining quick mover on their team is the T-54 Lightweight, who was last seen where I'm heading. And I will admit that my timing was a little off here. You know, one of the flaws in my gameplay is a little bit of overexcitement and over-eagerness to get results. You know, sometimes it's hard to control that. But we are already planning to cap. And I'm going to take this guy on. You know, maybe people could advise me on a better way. You know, I should maybe have waited a little bit longer for KZ Bay to come support me. But I think I did land 3 damaging hits on him. So, you know, I will agree my timing is off here. And there's a miss. You know, this gun irritates me a lot. So I got my 3rd hit, and the cavalry has just arrived. Boom, he's out of the way. Now, this moment is very interesting because the question is, how should we time this? Now, we know that over there, the enemy, in the expectation of a victory, the temptation is to get closer to this side of the map, to advance, to contact, and find the last survivors of a forlorn effort, right? Thinking we're going to lose. So I'm thinking here. I'll just check. Here, I'll advance it twice in a row. I'll check and see if there's a light. If my sixth sense goes off. I don't think there's anybody here, but you never know. So I make one loop, and then I go for it. And we go to their base. You know, there's no possibility of winning except by doing this. People might disagree with me, but this tank is, you know, cannot face up to those enemies. So I enter the cap circle. KZ Bay is on his way. Now, unfortunately, this is a 9.15 game, and the progress bar of the cap, the green bar that shows the timing, it doesn't work. There's all sorts of problems with replays, but that's not the point I want to make here. The point is we eliminated the T-54 and the T-54 Lightweight. They had nobody fast enough to come back. That enabled us to cap. And, you know, I encourage everybody in a platoon, you know, on some maps, you can salvage the situation. And as we discovered, there was nobody close enough here. Now, we're worried about the Arties landing a shell on us, right? I don't know, somebody, some statistician, who's good with math should tell me the percentage of, a successful hit here. So I'm just going to advance it again at twice regular speed, and there's the SU-152, and there is the bar showing that we captured the base. A glorious victory, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. So, I can't criticize that SU-152 really all too much. I don't know what to criticize in the enemy team. I think possibly the light tanks have to be, more careful about how they engage, and not, fall victim to overeagerness for results. So maybe the T-54 and the T-54 lightweight should have observed a little more caution, and if they had done so, I would not have been able to do what I did. Very common in these battles. So, another glorious cap victory there with KZ Bay. And this is the kind of game for me that is more satisfying than any other. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, game over. Really over for those guys.